Welcome to the Jordan Ritchie Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the first ever Jordan Ritchie Podcast, and I am very, very excited to welcome my very talented, amazing friend. His name is Jerub. He's a young musician coming up in the Nottingham scene. How are you doing, first of all?
Great, thank you.
And we just want to say thank you for letting us into your house. You know, that's the next level thing. Because I mean, obviously, you know, this is where you feel comfortable, right?
It is where I feel
comfortable. I wanted to bring the podcast to you, you know? And be the first one, make it very comfortable, and just to, you know.
It's not because it was easy or anything. Like
no, it wasn't that, you know, you had a microphone.
Easy budget,
you know. You've got the cushions.
Oh, okay.
You know,
sure.
the budget was low, I'm going to be honest with you. But, yeah, so obviously your Jerub music. Just talk to us a little bit about kind of what you do, like in terms of who you are as an artist and sort of like what genre, you know. And if you've got, you know, I want to get to know you.
Want to get to know me.
I don't actually
know exactly what that question was, per se, but just a little bit about me. I'm 21. I'm 21 years old. I am a musician, quite new as an artist. I started kind of doing music last year, April, so not up to a year even yet, so just a few months. Nice. And I'm loving it. I'm having a good time.
So, as you know, as you said, you're still quite new to the music and all of that. And I was just kind of wondering where the inspiration came from in terms of like what made you kind of, you know, actually want to start making music.
What made me want to start? Well, I've always been, although like I said, I'm quite new to the music situation, music scene. I've always like been involved with music, maybe since I was 13.
Wow.
Started singing.
Did you make a song at 13?
What do you mean?
As in, like, were you actually making music when you were 13?
Yeah. I was in a band with my brother and a friend of mine.
How was that?
That was okay.
What was it called?
What do you mean?
Because I don't know. You know when you're 13 and you think you're being really like creative.
It was called Soul Squad.
Oh, I actually remember this.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't trying to set you up.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were. It wasn't my the name wasn't my idea. I'm not gonna say who it was, but
you know, you don't want to write them out.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna write them out. Hey, we were having a great time.
It's a great name.
We loved it.
You got some serious views on some of those videos still.
We did.
I really now want to find them and listen to them, but I mean,
you will not be able to find any single video.
Have you gone through and deleted?
1000%.
And you know, when you looked back, were you a bit like, wow, like what was I doing? Because I thought
not even. I think at the time you're buzzing. I think sometimes you look back, you're like, oh, comparison to, you know, how you've grown and seeing how you've developed, but
hindsight 2020, but
hindsight 2020 vision. Hey, but it's also, you gotta be proud of where you came from.
Come on, I would be proud if I was in Soul Squad. Like I wanted to do a podcast with all of them, but you know, a couple of them weren't free, so
Jordan.
I ended up with Jerub. But no, I'm joking. So obviously you're saying that your music's like it's kind of acoustic, sort of singer-songwriter, but there's also kind of some hints of like R&B and even like soul in there. Would you kind of say that it's a bit difficult to define your music as one genre, if that makes sense? Because it's not pop, is it? It's not. And is there a way that you want to like kind of get into one of the genres, or do you quite like the fact that it's quite blended?
It's a good question. I think I'm just figuring it out, to be honest with you. I'm really enjoying the process of writing the song and then producing the song with my producer and dreaming about how we want it to sound. And each time it's different because you have different things that you're hearing that don't necessarily fit into one thing. So when I do a lot of live stuff without a band, it sounds very acoustic, singer-songwritery.
Yeah.
But whereas when you listen to the tracks on Spotify or whatever, they sound, I guess it'll be harder to pinpoint a specific genre.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a bad thing that it's not one specific genre. I don't think I'd say I'm wanting to go into one specific thing.
Yeah.
I'm just, I think I'm quite happy with just making it and seeing where we go.
And is there any kind of genre that is your favorite to sort of go into a bit more? Like, is there, you prefer in the sort of acoustic-y vibe, or are you a bit more R&B, or would you ever do a pop song as well? Like, would you ever, Jerub, I Need a One Dance kind of vibe?
Do you know what? I don't mind anything. I think I just love.
I just want to be famous.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I think I just love. I love making music. I actually really love pop songs.
Okay.
And pop as a genre is really, really, really vague. Like popular music is what pop songs are. So you can get. So Drake is pop, but he's also hip hop.
Yeah.
You can Ed Sheeran's pop, but he's also a singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
So
well, he's grime as well.
He's grime as well. You know what I mean?
Unless you speak to Wiley, who says he's not. But
well,
I mean, yeah.
A bit of Stormzy Wiley beef there.
Oh mate, it's banging. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. We were talking before, and I just want to very quickly. Who do you think's winning?
I can't say that just in case I get to do a collaboration with one of them one day.
Wow, I love that. I
can't say that.
I also now don't want to say because you've put me in a weird place.
Just in case you do a collaboration or an interview with them one day.
Wiley, Stormzy, please feel free to come on the Jordan Ritchie podcast anytime. Anytime, you're very welcome. We'll come to your house.
Wow, where you're comfortable.
And not because it's easy.
Not because of the budget.
Because we'd want to be there. So recently, you've been doing a schools tour.
Yes, I finished doing a school tour with the company Music in November of last year.
And how was that? Because obviously, like schools tour, it sounds pretty cool, but also it sounds a little bit intimidating, to be honest with you. Like you're sitting, there's a load of kids that have, I worked in a school. Sometimes the kids can be almost a bit intimidating. Maybe it's a bit different because I worked there, but it would almost be a bit like I felt like everyone was whispering about me. You know what I mean? And I didn't know if you coming in, it was a bit like, oh, is he cool? Is he not cool? Like, did some of that? Could you tell from the audience, or was it all just a bit?
It's actually it's really interesting, young people, because they make their assumption about you in like a second. So
yeah,
the way like I remember like picking what I was gonna wear for the school store every morning, and I'm like I'm genuinely thinking about it. I'm like, if I wear this, they'll think I'm cool, blah 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 blah. At the end of the day, I was just like, do you know what?
I just wanted to be liked.
I'm just going to sing my song. That's what I'm going to say.
Come on.
I'm just going to sing. No, but I think I really enjoy the experience.
No, I was saying that I just wanted to be liked.
You just wanted to be liked when you worked
school,
at the school.
I was trying to get, I was like, oh, hey guys, what's happening in year 9? And, I was trying to get.
Go away.
No, some kids kind of liked me. Some kids just were a bit like, yo, fam, you work in a school, leave me alone.
It's like that teacher who's trying to be down with the kids. Hey, bro.
That was definitely me.
Call me Joe.
No, don't do that. It's Mr. Ritchie.
It's Mr. Ritchie to you. No, I think the school store, I really enjoyed it.
Did you have a favourite year group that you were performing to? That you want, like, that it was like, oh, year 7s are a vibe? Or it was like...
Yeah. I think, so what I try to do sometimes is I try to get the guys singing, getting involved with the performance. And
did any year groups just like...
Yeah, some year groups just don't bite. Like, I think it's like year 9 to year 11. They just like...
They look at you and they're just like, do you know what? No, Gerald.
I'm too cool for this.
I'm not singing Paint Me in Gold because I don't want to get painted in gold. Yeah?
I don't think that's what they were saying, but it was more like, it's 9 a.m. in the morning. I don't want to sing right now.
I'm tired.
Well, the year 7s, they love it. And just on a serious note, there were really special moments on the school store.
Come on.
Where you had... like one of them I got to perform for some year 6s, and it was just so cute, man. And they loved the music, and I was just I was really touched by that. My music can connect at such a young age to people, because I've also seen 65-year-olds and older connect with the music. So I'm like, I love that my music can connect with a variety of ages. Very,
very interesting that you actually say that, because I was going to say that I saw a video of you. You're on BBC Music introducing, and you're kind of obviously doing a couple of your songs like as a live sort of thing, and even like doing stuff like this, like you're talking about your music, and it's like, when obviously you're making them like, in your studio, thinking about them in your bedroom. Did you ever kind of think that they were going to connect on this level? Or were you just a bit sort of like, you just wanted to write, see where it went?
Yeah, I think I probably just wanted to write, see where I went. I think when I started doing it, like I didn't even know if people would love it or like it. I kind of just did it because I felt like it was the right time to go for it. But I think with just encouragement from people around me saying, no, this is really good. I think I've stepped up more in like promoting it and backing it. And I'm just grateful that people connect with it, you know?
Sure.
I think that's a great thing.
Well, I mean, then, you know, your numbers don't lie, as what they say in music. And you're
Do they
hitting...
say that?
I mean, I've made that up, to be
You've
brutally
made that
honest.
saying up. But
And,
hey,
I'm going to say
how
it.
does saying start? Someone has to make it up.
Someone's got to say it
Someone's
first.
got to say it first.
But I mean, you know, you're obviously doing like very well, like with the songs that you have released. You know, they are actually, you know, quite a lot of people are listening to them.
Sure.
And I mean, obviously, when you get to that point where it's like, wow, you know, X amount of people have listened to this song, do you kind of sit there and be a bit, you know, is that a little bit scary, or is that kind of just what you expected to happen after a while?
I don't think either of those. I think it's just... the thing about numbers is... I'm a pretty deep person, by the way, so...
Come on, let's get it there. First one, we're going deep.
I think the thing about... Jordan, you make me laugh. The thing
You know,
about...
next week we'll do a funny one, you know what I mean? Come on.
The thing about numbers... when it comes to music is... I think they
don't lie, first off.
They don't lie. But at the same time, there's always going to be something else. There's always going to be more numbers.
Sure.
So I think it's difficult to chase the numbers because I'm always going to want more numbers. So for me, like, if I'm being honest with you, if half of the people listen to it, I want to be just as happy with connecting with that many people because otherwise... And I think the aim also is that as many people connect with the music as possible. So numbers are a good thing in that way, but the bad thing in the way that sometimes you just end up chasing numbers rather than chasing like people connecting with your music.
Yeah, and would you and so you're saying that you would rather chase people connecting with it no matter what the number. You're just kind of wanting to get that engagement from not just anybody.
Yeah,
but
maybe not no matter what the number, because like I said, the number is important because no one wants to make music and people not listen to it.
Of course.
Because if you put out music, you want people to listen to it. That's why you're putting it out.
Sure.
But it's about your motivation. I think if your motivation is to get all the numbers, then it's going to be tough to, you know, it's just going to be hard. It's going to be harder. Your motivation should be, for me, I want my motivation to be, I want to connect with people and then as many people. And that's where the numbers come into play.
And do you get the kind of most gratification out of that part of it? Because obviously in the process of being a musician, you've got to write the songs, you've got to record the songs, you've got to perform the songs, you've got to engage with people. There's, you know, even do little interviews like this. Like there's quite a lot to the process that goes alongside it. And is there a certain part that you find that you enjoy the most, or you get the most kind of gratification out of? Or do you just enjoy the whole thing? Because that is also
I think
possible.
I enjoy different stages. I can talk about the bits that I don't enjoy.
Okay, hit me with it.
I don't hit me with it. I think I don't necessarily love the just because I don't think I'm that good at it. When the song's done, and now it's time to like promote it and market it. I just find that so hard sometimes. Like I think for me, I just want to drop it right there. But every time I speak to my manager, I'm like, I just want to drop this. He's like, you're not just dropping it. You've got to promote it because you want to get as many people on board as possible. And I get the whole side of it.
Yeah.
But as an independent artist at the moment, I don't just have like a PR team who I can be like, oh, can you market it for me? I have to think about it myself.
Yeah, of course.
And it can be draining sometimes, but I'm learning to love it. Like in the my most recent single, Hold On, plug, go listen to it. Was out in November. Hold on.
Love this.
Right
Love
now,
this.
Spotify, out on all platforms. My most recent single, I made a decision that I wanted to like be more involved and more creative with the process of promotion, and it just made me love it more.
Yeah.
Whereas in Paint Me in Gold, I didn't love the promotion as much. Whereas Hold On, I'm like, I'm thinking about the video, I'm thinking about the graphic, I'm thinking about the cover. So I love creating all of that bit.
Sure. And when you're speaking about kind of being creative, right? And so when you're writing, for example, like obviously, would you say that you're most creative when you're writing? Or would you say it's like when you're performing? Or would you say it's when you're promoting even? Like, would you say there's a certain part of it where you feel the most creative? Or again, is it just, obviously, I mean, the whole thing is creative.
The whole thing's creative.
So it's difficult to pinpoint.
It's difficult to say there's a certain part where I'm like, oh, I'm definitely being the most creative now. Because I think if you're, I'm just creating.
Yeah. Because I think that, you know, speaking to some people, they're always a bit like, performing's the bit that I love. That's when I get into a creative headspace. Sure. And, you know, maybe writing's, I get the, you know, the writer's block that we all love. And so they would struggle more with that side of things. But, you know, if you're writing, where would you say that you get kind of like your influences from? And kind of, is it just kind of everyday life? Is you looking question. Around you, or are you looking at other musicians and what they're doing, or how do you do it?
I think I try to stay open. Like one of the songs that I do live, it's called That Place, and it came out of just a conversation I had with a friend of mine.
Sure.
Where he was talking about just some things he wanted to do, and then it sparked a thought in my mind, and then that thought just spread, and so I just started writing.
Yeah.
So I think that was just an everyday life situation.
Yeah, of course.
Whereas Paint Me in Gold, that wasn't even an everyday life situation. That was just me sat on my bed playing around with some chords and some lyrics, and then the concept developed.
Yeah. And so has that got a concept behind it now? Is there kind of, obviously Paint Me in Gold, is it, you know, what's the backstory behind that? Is that just is it just a catchy thing, or is there got some meaning behind it?
Is it just a catchy thing?
Catchy thing, you know your boy.
So Paint Me in Gold, first single I released last year in April. Yeah, I think it definitely has a meaning behind it. I wrote it with a friend of mine, we sat down to write just the chorus. I had the idea of the chorus and like a bridge or whatever, and then as we started writing, it developed into gold being this thing that is perfect. When you think about something that's perfect, you think about diamond, you think about gold. And we was kind of thinking about the idea of being perfect, especially in like this our generation where social media is a huge part of most people's lives.
Yep.
And social media is about showing the best version of yourself, about showing the most perfect version of yourself.
Sure.
And we would kind of just...
You never see a selfie on Instagram that's like, I woke up this morning and felt terrible. Like, no one does that.
You don't. You never see that. Exactly. Literally. And so we were just playing around with the idea of being okay. It being okay not to be perfect. And that's why it's like, don't paint me in gold. Don't view me as this perfect thing, because I'm not.
Yeah, don't put me on a pedestal, you know? That's what I got from it. That's a lyric
from... I'm sure you got that because that's what I wrote.
Brilliant. I'm going to be honest, I don't know where that comes in the song. I just said that.
It is the very first line, Jordan. Have you listened to the song?
I've listened to it many a time, actually. It's on one of my playlists, actually.
Which
and
one?
It comes on.
Which
it's
one? What
actually
what playlist?
It's actually on my mum's playlist.
Oh.
So every single time I go around, like, it literally comes on, and I'm always like, oh, Paint Me in Gold.
So it's not on one of your playlists?
Well, you know, family playlists.
Oh, okay.
You know, we've got a great family life, and yeah. So you speak to me about kind of, I just, an interesting question for me is that if you could have any artist, even dead or alive, who would you want to do a song with?
Do you know what? This question always catches me off guard, and I always escape it because I just
anyone time someone
asks me the question, I'm like, who would I want to do a song with, dead or alive?
So I'm going to be honest, like, if I'm not an artist,
who would you put me with?
Oh, now you've stumped me. That's a great question. I think that you could do something really cool with, I'm going to be honest, Kanye West. I think that you could do something very cool with him.
Facts. I love that.
because I mainly because I like the way that he, samples voices, and it's all about the voice with Kanye. And I really like your voice. I think it's a very good one.
Thank you.
It's your strongest point. And I just think that you guys could do something great. I love the way that you've turned this now on me, and now I feel that I'm being interviewed right now.
That's the
whole point
gift of a good interviewer. Maybe I should take your job.
Maybe we'll see how this goes. It's the first one. Yeah. We'll look back at it, and if it gets released, sure.
Hey,
Jerub starts to interview people. I like that.
Jerub Podcast.
Would you ever want to do something like a bit poppy, like Ed Sheeran vibes? Like, I know he can kind of go into
I would definitely collab with Ed Sheeran.
I mean, who wouldn't? Like,
he's awesome. He's amazing. Ed Sheeran's actually a big influence for me when I was growing up.
Sure.
When I was 13, 14, listening to like A-Team, all of his early stuff. Even now, I think he's awesome.
I really like his. When I first started listening to him, is "You Need Me, Man, I Don't Need You." His SPTV days. Yeah. They were. That was real Ed Sheeran for me. That was.
Really?
Now I'm a bit like, he's cool, yeah, but the boy's growing up, and that's great. But they were the days for me personally.
Sure.
So yeah, speaking of like music, obviously Ed Sheeran is your kind of a bit of an inspiration for you. I wanted to kind of flip the question. And is there any music that you can't stand? Is there any music that you just kind of are a bit like, nah, I'm done?
Good question. I'm not sure if there is. I think probably like the classic, like, because I love like good vocals, good, nice melodies. Heavy metal would probably be...
Can you do any of that screamo stuff? Are we gonna?
Me personally?
Yeah.
What do you think? Will I ever evolve into heavy metal screamer?
It's from obviously speaking to you. You've got a very soft voice, and I just feel that it wouldn't be an avenue that would go well for you. To be honest.
To be honest with you, I don't think I'm planning on doing so anytime soon. Personally,
I get that.
But hey,
to be honest,
it's 2020. Anything could happen.
Anything can happen, boss. And if that is that you start doing screamo songs, I will support you no matter what. Bro.
I appreciate that.
Jerub screamo. I like it. I think it could potentially. Yeah, no. Would you like even classical? Do you like classical?
What do you mean by classical?
Classical music, like operatic
situation.
Because to be fair, that. I actually quite like. There's some film scores out there.
I went to. I was on a show the other day, and I met these two opera singers backstage.
Wow.
And I was speaking to them, and opera singers are so talented.
Yeah.
Like, they have to train so much. Like, they were telling me, like, every single day, like, I should probably do this. He does an exercise on his voice, and every single week
is it
he
the
has...
la 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 la? That one?
I don't know which one. I reckon it's a little bit more complex for opera singers.
Yeah. No, I've thought that through, and probably is.
No, but they like have like a weekly lesson with a vocal coach every single week for the past 30 years. I'm like, that's dedication.
Which is something that I feel that in 2020, Jerub.
Honestly,
I've sent for you there. I'm so sorry.
No banter. Like, I would love that. If I had the bag, I'd do it. 100.
Have you got any? Do you know any vocal coaches that you could just hit up and be like, "Yo, I need your help"?
100%. I know a couple.
Well, come on, shout.
But they need to pay, they need to get paid. And at the moment, my bank account's not moving that way. Do you know what I'm saying?
We're gonna get there. 2020 is your year, man. 2020 is your year. And last question before. I've got two that are kind of like a little bit of a vibe, and that's one. Would you ever let me sing on one of your songs? Are we gonna collab anytime soon? I've got some, ideas.
Absolutely not.
And I feel that you've not really given this any thought.
Absolutely not, Jordan.
Yeah, it's the way you keep saying it over and over again that's hurting a little bit. I just thought that I could come in, say some stuff, make you yo. No, not feeling it.
Absolutely.
Maybe I sprung it on him. Maybe it wasn't a podcast. We'll speak after the camera stopped rolling, and we'll try and get that contract down.
Absolutely not, Jordan.
I loved your face when I asked you that question because in my head I was like, I'll ask this as a bit of a joke and try and get a bit of banter. I didn't think.
Now you're hurt.
Yeah, the shock in your eyes.
You didn't think you were gonna actually get hurt.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. No.
It's cool,
hey,
man.
Hey, bro. Hey.
I'm working on it.
2020, anything could happen.
I've got a vocal
That's
coach.
what I'm saying.
I've got a
Anything
vocal
could happen.
coach.
Have you?
Yeah.
Exercise every day.
Yeah, and it's getting stronger. It's getting better.
Bro, anything could happen, man. 2020.
Jerub, J Rich, out now. No, it won't be. And I was just going to ask you another a random question is that can you rap?
Can I rap?
And would it be? I just think that it would go well for you. You know, rapping in one of your songs.
Do you know what? I used to rap when I was younger.
In Soul Squad.
In Soul Squad.
Come on. All I'm saying is Jerub 1 2. Oh, I think it would be like Tupac vibes.
I love doing
mic check.
I love doing freestyles, like random freestyles, but I'm so bad at them, so I just don't anymore.
I mean, you're free to
it's
go.
It's not happening right now. I just dropped myself in, didn't I?
Yeah, you kind of did.
Not
still,
it's not happening.
I was happy for you to go. Oh, I'm not.
Okay, drop me a beat. Let's see what happens.
Oh, this is. Do you know what I mean?
Now I'm putting you on the spot.
All the places I thought this podcast was gonna go.
Hey, bro. Hey, I'm ready. It's gonna be terrible, but I'm willing.
Same here.
Let's go. Let's go. The classic boots and cats and boots and cats. Love that beat, bro.
You know it's beat. So bad that you're looking over.
I can't even rap to that beat, man.
What sort of beat do you want? Do you want a UK drill or
what do you want to rap about?
Anything, literally anything.
Okay.
The fact that you've still got your Christmas tree up and it's like the 20th of Jan. It's not, but it's a long time. That should be taken down by now. Come on.
Sorry. Come on then. And just do the boots and cats. Do boots and cats. This is going to be atrocious. A bit slower.
Good.
Yeah. It's Jerub in my home. I'm spitting straight off the dome. J Rich on the mic. So sick. We're gonna fly so high. I don't know what I'm saying, but I know I'm gonna be spraying these bars so straight off my brain. I feel like it started off good.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just like...
If that actually makes it onto the podcast...
I panicked.
I'll be very surprised.
Do you know what?
F was looking at us right now, behind the camera, just like, guys, literally
Ethel, that was fire.
That was straight fire.
Let's be honest. That was fire.
Ethel's face. I wish we had a camera on Ethel's face right now. Well, thank you ever so much. Jerub, it has been a pleasure. You're coming on the first one. I'd like to come, maybe 20 episodes in, if we ever get that far, you can come back.
Hey,
I'd happily have that.
I'd love to be back. Thanks for having me.
Please plug yourself right now. Where can the people find you?
You can find me...
Why did you look at me like that was such a weird question?
Plug myself. What does that mean? I was like, okay. You can find me... I'm on socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Spotify.
All at
Jerub Music. Jerub Music.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm a little bit dyslexic, and when I was typing it in, I was like, I actually had to look you up to find out how to spell it. I'm going to be honest.
That's okay.
And so you want to just tell the people one more time, just for the dyslexics out there, like me.
Jerub.
Come on.
Music.
And that was Jerub. Thank you so much. Boom. I never thought I'd be rapping. Well,
that was fun.